What up, YouTube? It's NoChainzz, and I am back for another commentary, and this is another episode of my Memphis Grizzlies MyGm here in NBA 2K14. And here you get to take a look at our month of November, and we are at a record of 8-9, which is not very good. You never want to see your team below 500, especially a team that's been a perennial playoff contender. But right now, we're looking to get it back on track and reach a record of 500 versus the Dallas Mavericks, who pretty much had the same core as they did in the 2014 season. So let's see what we're going up against. Their starting five goes Jose Calderon, Monte Ellis, Sean Marion playing the 3, and Dirk Nowitzki and Brendan Wright as their big men at the 4 and 5 position. And we have an injury to Mike Conley, so that puts Dante Exum at the 1, and earlier in this season he's really flourished when he's been in control of the offense. So let's see if he can make the most of his first start in the NBA as a point guard. And getting us started early, we are pounding the paint, and you guys know that's our strategy every single game. We went to Marc Gasol, he pulls off the and 1. Let's see if he can convert it to a 3-point play, and he does just that. So we take a 3-0 lead, and there Dante Exum comes up with a steal. He's going to take this one and slam it, and that is a fast break slam for the rookie Dante Exum. He is playing well already, getting a steal and the finish on the other end. There's Monte Ellis pulling the spin move, turnaround jump shot, and giving them the lead with 6-5. And there's Dante Exum from behind the arc. Not that great of a jump shooter, but we sent him to training camp last year to improve his perimeter shooting. And there he dishes this one to Ed Davis and gets the assist there. So we're going to Robin Lopez. He almost pulls off the poster, but instead he misses it. It's rebounded by Davis, and he kicks it out to Quincy Pondexter, and he knocks down the mid-range jump shot. So we lead by 5 points in this game, and there's Shane Larkin pulling off a long 2 there. So we are leading by 3. We're going to the paint once again. We're looking to draw these double teams so that we can leave our shooters, or they can leave our shooters open so that we can start to get hot from behind the arc. And there's a nice dime by Dante Exum there. His passing ability is a lot better than what I expected it to be. But here with about 8 minutes left, Dante Exum gets credit for the steal, but it was really a mishandle on the ball by Monte Ellis, and he finishes in transition with a slam, and he is up to 8 points on the game so far, complete with 1 3-point shot. And Monte Ellis responds to that play with a 3-point shot of his own. And there's Dante Exum in transition. He is finishing so well around the basket, and especially in transition. He has the speed that allows him to be a one-man fast break. And there's Mike Miller, after getting the steal, going to dish this one on the money to Marc Gasol, and he will finish in the lane for a slam. There's Cephalosha backing down on the defense of Sean Marion, one of the better defenders in the league, and he's challenging him, and Cephalosha gets the and 1. He will go to the line to try to increase our lead to 8 points here in the second quarter with about 4 minutes left, and he will get the free throw to fall. So we are leading now by 6. There's Exum getting around the defense and finishing tough once again at the basket. Dante Exum is really taking advantage of his start at the point guard position. He is also facilitating very well, and that's exactly what we like to see from Dante Exum. But here's Gasol in the paint once again on the defense of Shane Larkin, so you know we're going to that. That's easy. This time Jamal Franklin is going to take it in and kick it out to an open Perry Jones, and he will knock down the 3. And here's Jamal Franklin dishing this one to Marc Gasol, and he finishes the play with 0.3 of a second left in the half. But we are going into halftime with the lead of 3. 53-50 is the score as we go into the second half.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. And Coach, what impact is your defense having on slowing down their offense?
Well, we're active. They're missing a few shots they normally make. You know, we just got to compete. We got to keep competing the way we are.
Rick, thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
So this is a close game going into the second half. Rick Carlisle wasn't completely accurate. He was saying we were missing a lot of the shots we normally make, but we were shooting around 50% going into the halftime break. So I'm not exactly sure what he was talking about, but there we get a nice and 1 by Zach Randolph, and he increases our lead to 7 points. The crowd is going wild. Brendan Wright cannot believe that he just got called for a foul there, but let's see if Zebo can stay composed and knock down the free throw, and he does just that. But we lead by 6. they leave Thabo Sefolosha wide open, and he knocks that down. You know he would. But there's Dante Exum with a very nice dime to Courtney Lee in transition, and that's where we have been making our money, so to speak, in transition. But there's Dante Exum covered by Dirk Nowitzki. He's not stepping up, so he's just going to cross over, step back, and knock down a three. Dante Exum is putting on a clinic right now. 9 assists, 3 steals, and I believe that was 15 points. But there's Sefolosha getting a steal. Going to kick this one to Dante Exum. He gathers himself and knocks down the 3, and he is just shooting so well. That extra time we were practicing his shot in the offseason is really paying off. But look at the beautiful dime by Exum there to Quincy Pondexter. You can't place that pass in a better place. But here's Zach Randolph trying to get something to fall in the paint, crossing over. There's Exum again, wide open. I'm not sure why they keep leaving him wide open, but he is knocking down all his shots. But here's Exum again with another beautiful pass in the paint, this time backdoor cut by Courtney Lee, and he finishes the play. And we are just breaking this game open, and there he crosses over on the defense of Monte Ellis and finishes. We are leading 91-75. It's like Dante Exum has the Mavericks at his mercy, and there he dishes another beautiful pass to Robin Lopez. He finishes another and one possibility on Brandon Wright. He just cannot believe it. And we increase our lead to 19 points as we lead 94-76 at this point, but the score has changed a little bit. So we are under 9 minutes to go in regulation, and we get a turnaround jump shot by Dante Exum, and he cannot do any wrong right now. But then they're going to go in the paint with a silly pass to Brendan Wright, but then we're going to go to Dante Exum in transition. He pulls up for the mid-range shot, and you knew he was knocking that down. The type of night he's having, it's like the basket is an ocean for him right now. But there's another beautiful dime to Robin Lopez. He's just making his teammates better, and there's that speed I was talking about, finishing in the paint over the defense of Dirk Nowitzki, and we are leading 102-84. There's another crossover by Exum. He steps back. Jose Calderon gets lost, and he knocks down the long 2. Dante Exum is just playing excellent right now. There we get a steal by Robin Lopez. In transition is Thabo Sefolosha. He will finish with a two-handed flush. It's like the Dallas Mavericks were not ready for the Memphis Grizzlies going into the second half, as Sefolosha increases our lead to 20 points. There's another beautiful dime in transition. Actually, that was an inbound. They just left Zach Randolph wide open. Exum placed it on the money. There he gets in the paint with another two-handed flush. He is having the game of a lifetime right now. Dante Exum crossing over, forcing the defense to step up, and that leaves an open lane for Zach Randolph. He is just making everyone around him better. On our way to a 121-103 victory over the Dallas Mavericks. This team scored 70 points in the second half, or almost. I believe it was 68. I'm not sure. I don't feel like doing the math. But 34 minutes for Dante Exum. We finally put him in and had him playing those big minutes. He scores 34 points, 19 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks, 2 turnovers on 14 for 20 scoring. What a crazy game. This team was shooting tremendously due to the looks that we were getting, due to the facilitation by our point guards, Jamal Franklin and Dante Exum. But 55% as a total in field goal percentage, and also 55% from behind the arc. So that is a recipe for victory any way you put it. But Dante Exum played a very, very big part in this victory. 34 points, 19 rebounds. Also had a few steals to throw in there as well. But let's see him adjust to the shooting guard position where he won't have the ball in his hand as much. I would love to keep him at that point guard position, but you have to find a way to get Mike Conley minutes when he comes back, as he is going to be returning from his injury that he sustained. But anyway, the Mavericks weren't doing too well on the season anyway, but the Grizzlies moved to 9-9. Let's see if we can keep up this momentum and get a little bit of breathing room, you know, so we get a few games above 500. That's what I really want to see from this team. But I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and I will see you guys then. Later.